Hey everybody, I'm Chef Dad, and this is Odin's Mead. Okay, being as Odin's Mead turned out amazing, we decided to upgrade a little bit and go with 6 gallons. If you're gonna work on a project that's gonna take 6 months, might as well go big. What we're gonna do first is we are gonna hydrate our yeast. Our yeast is gonna be EC 1118. This yeast is tolerant up to 18% ABV. That means that it's not going to die off when it gets to a higher ABV. We're just going to swirl that just a little bit and let it just sit. That's going to sit there for about 20 minutes while we get everything else ready. We've got our 6-gallon carboy. We've got a fabulous funnel. And we've got 60 pounds of honey. I need 18 pounds of honey. And everything has been sanitized, including the honey bucket. Bucket of honey sounds much better. Turn on our scale, make sure that it zeroes out. I'm sure this is set for a 300-pound man, but not holding a 60-pound thing of honey on top of that. So let's start. We had to reevaluate. That was going to be too much. So here we go. Let's try this again. We need 18 pounds. We're at 2.5. This is super fun. It's a 6-gallon carboy. You need 3 pounds of honey per gallon.
Somebody's gonna complain. Why are you breathing so hard? You're not doing anything.
All right, so we got 18 pounds of honey in there. Now we need to clean up our mess before we make a bigger mess. The way I envisioned this, I made a much bigger mess. I'm not done yet. Now we got our black tea. You're gonna put in 1 bag of tea per gallon that you put into your carboy. We're gonna have 6 gallons total. We got 6 bags in here. This is for the tannins. This is gonna be for the mouthfeel. It's hot. We're wanting to help get some of that honey pushed down through there. So our black tea is in. Do not put your yeast in at this point. It's too hot, it's gonna kill your yeast. You don't want dead yeast. We're gonna get some warm water, not hot water. And we're just gonna fill this up about halfway, and that's where I'm gonna do my first mix. This is well water, so I'm not worried about contaminants in it. I did sanitize the spout though, just because I didn't want anything from the spout in there. Okay, here's the first pitcher full. That's gonna just about get us halfway. Water is 8 pounds per gallon, but honey is a lot heavier. Judge how much you want to pick up and shake. So I've got the bong. I'm gonna put my thumb on it. Okay, I'm gonna take that bung away, put my funnel back in. Now we're just gonna start filling it up. I'm gonna use this fancy tool to mix it next, because I'm not gonna pick it up and shake it. Okay, we're gonna go in with our next bit of water here. It should be cool enough at this point to add in our yeast. So here's our yeast, it's all hydrated up. So we want to make sure all this yeast gets in there. I decided I'm going to try and mix it by hand one more time. Yay, this is fun. And we were wanting to get a lot of air in there, so I'm gonna just let it sit for a second. And I'm gonna shake it one more time. Oxygen at this point is just gonna help your yeast convert all that sugar into alcohol. Okay, let's mix it up one more time by hand. Okay, we're gonna bring the water level up to about right here. So if you go too far, it's all gonna bubble out. Well, it's not all gonna bubble out. You're gonna make a mess, and I'm trying to reduce my mess. We are still gonna put it in a container so that if it does burp, it's not gonna be that big of a problem. We're gonna grab power tools. Okay, we're gonna go right in with this. Getting a pretty good mix out of that. Okay, we're gonna let it settle out, and we're gonna get it going here in just a second. One more good mix and we should be good to go. So now what do we need to do? We need to check the pH level of this. We also need the hydration. First, we're gonna get a chunk of pH strip. We want a pH somewhere around 4.5. Get a little bit in our turkey baster, which is actually made for this. I'd say that's right at 4, which is exactly where we want it to be. The liquid that you spread over the pH strip, do not put it back in there. Now what we need to do is we need to see how much sugar's in here. That's going to tell us how much alcohol we're going to make. The way that we do that is with this hydrometer. My last one was glass and it broke. So now I've got this thing and it uses a lot. But it was all sanitized, so I'm going to be able to put this right back into the container or into the carboy. It would be a bad thing if it was floating right now, because that would mean we have way too much sugar in there. And bubbles can cause it to float a little funny. So after I get it high enough, I'm going to push it down and spin it. So I'm going to push that down, spin it, and we're going to see where it ends up. 1 is water. So you can see we're over 1.1 there. And let's see, 1.11. So 1.11 minus 1 is 0.11. So we're going to take 0.11. Being this is going to be over 7% ABV. We're going to multiply this by 135. So this is going to come out to 14.85. So right about 15% ABV. I think that's going to turn out to be a perfect product. Okay, now what?
Bung and store.
Bung and store. Fill line right here. Got too much. Too much. Okay, and we're going to put that cap in there. We're going to cover it up. I'm going to slide our bung into here. Actually, first, before I do that, I'm not going to be a fool. I'm going to slide this into here. And then I'm going to slide my bung in. Got a good pH. We got 0.11, 1.11 for our gravity reading. Going to be 15% ABV. We're just got to wait now. I'm going to put this into storage, and it's going to sit there for about 3 weeks. Then I'll come back and I'll see what that gravity reading is. If it is 1 or below 1, I'm going to do the first racking. We'll end up with about 5 gallons of liquid, which we'll put into different containers, make sure we got good headspace. And then we're going to let it sit for about 6 months. I've got a milk crate inside a tub. That way, if it does bubble over, it's going to end up in this tub and not all over in the pantry. Okay, we'll see you guys in about 3 weeks. Okay, here we are with Odin's Mead. This is the first vessel it's been in, and it's been in it for 18 weeks. We've been really busy. It's okay, life happens. We're gonna do a final gravity reading on it, figure out what the alcohol content is, give it a try, rack it into bottles, and it's Odin's Mead. It's gonna be good. Hasn't had air in a long time. Okay, take a look down inside. I got super high floral scent, not like chemically floral. It's like a really, really good flower. So what do we got to do? We got to get a gravity reading. So I'm going to go in here. And I'm going to start filling my beaker. It already has the hydrometer in there. We're just below 1. So this completely dried out. So now we got to do some calculations. And being as we know this is going to be over 7% alcohol content, we are going to take our previous reading, which was 1.11, minus our current reading, which is right at 1. It's actually a little below, but I'm just going to say 1. So we're going to take 0.11. We're going to subtract those two from each other. Let me write it out. 1.11 minus 1 equals 0.11. Okay, so now what do we have to do? Take 0.11 and we're going to multiply it by 135. And that's going to give us a 14.85. So this is a 15% mead. This is super clear. It has aged for 4 months. Check the pour. The clarity of that is perfect. So we haven't racked this at all. So I'm just going to rack it into bottles. But let's give it a smell. It's potent. It needs to be chilled, but that is really good. This could get you in trouble.
Smells like sweet flowers. I think it's strong.
It would be better
It's
chilled.
not bad. It tastes good. But it's strong.
It's as close as you can get. I mean, you can get 18, you can push the limits, but a 15% mead that's that clear, just chilled, that would be perfect. It doesn't need carbonation. It almost feels like there's a little bit of carbonation to it. Maybe that's the alcohol. So we are going to take our fancy handy dandy. Make sure you have everything sterilized. That's number one. Make sure it's clean. Racking tools with our bottle end on it. As long as that's pressed down, it will get flow. I'm not going to go to the bottom because this has all the yeast in it. But we should start getting a pretty steady flow. Just lift up and it stops filling. Push down and continues to fill. Okay, so that's one filled. And this is what we're going to do for the next probably only 10-15 minutes. Simple things like this, don't skimp on $5. Buy a quality racking kit. It is so worth it. Got these bottles from Amazon, not at Amazon. They seem to be pretty good. There was a lot of bad ratings on the bottles, and it was that they showed up broken. I haven't had one show up broken. Started ordering 6, then I got 12, then I got 18. I don't know how many I have now. Last time we didn't leave any headspace. We went to right there. I'm giving it a little bit because I'm just gauging off the neck when I pull my wand out. There's really no rhyme or reason. You just don't want too much headspace because then you can start contaminating or turning it into vinegar. At this point, it shouldn't be able to turn to vinegar, but I don't want to risk it. You can see they're not all even. Not all brews are created equal. Okay, we're getting close to the end. We've got 17 racked right now. We've got another one going. Look how crystal clear they are. We've got just a little bit left in here. As we get down to the bottom, you can see my nozzle's still below. It is sitting in the sediment, but we're not picking any of it up because we buy good equipment. Okay, so we're going to keep this going. And as it gets down to the bottom, I'm going to have to tip this so that we get all this beautiful nectar. But we don't want to tip it too fast or too aggressive because we don't want it to agitate this yeast. There's dormant yeast down there. That's that white layer. Dead and dormant yeast. So we're going to tip this just ever so slightly to keep that below without causing, oh no, see this cloud that's starting over here? It's all right. See the cloud? We don't want all that. And it is dirty. But why waste it? We're not going to waste it. There'll be this much left in that bottle. I don't mind that it's cloudy because I'm just going to let it settle in that bottle. Once all this settles out, We'll have just a very fine layer down here, and we can pour right off the top of it. Once it's cold crashed, once we put it in the fridge, that yeast cake on the bottom will set up a little harder. 27 completely crystal clear bottles. It's a lot of mead. Okay, this is more potent than I expected it to be. Yeah, it is definitely a different kind of alcohol. This is not your refined, it's really good, but this is not your refined distilled brew. This is potent. Hey everybody. Oh, I already did the intro. Hey, YouTube picked this video for you. I picked this video for you. Give me a minute. Hey, look, who's on TV? That's me. You Odin's Mead.